Hello and welcome to my day of making a new card. I am Nicole Arrington and I'm coming to you from Helena, Montana with BigSkyCards.com. I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and today I was going to make this card with you guys today. So I am going to use the stamp set Whale Done along with the stamp set with the coordinating stamp punch, which is just totally awesome. So what I'm going to start off with is a blank piece of white scrap paper and a piece of Pool Party. Now my Pool Party, I want to do some wave designs, and I have taken and die cut a piece of white cardstock with the scallops. Oh gosh, it's from the Whale Stamp and Die set that you can do this, and I will have to get you the name for that. But what I have done on my sample here, I did this in Pool Party, but I'm not as happy with the waves. They just don't seem dark enough using on the pool cardstock. So I was going to try Costal Cabana, which is just a shade darker, and see if that works any better. And I'm just going to take a large makeup brush to blend with, put it in my Costal Cabana, rub off there, and just do some layering. That top one's always the most difficult, and just do some crazy layering. And I think they call this technique masking. But as you can see, it's giving me some beautiful looking waves. And they don't have to be straight. Just to give the card another dimension, some more texture. And the other thing I should have done, as you can see it's slipping here, is gotten a piece of washi tape or a Post-it and try to push it down so that my cardstock won't move while I'm doing this. Feel like I want another one maybe here. And another one right there. Well, this appears kind of time consuming, so easy. You can also use the Stampin' Up! Sponges. I've just found that the brushes are easier, more simplistic. And I just came across a video of a woman using these and thought I would give them a try, because she just made the most beautiful cards with them, with the shading and everything. And so I thought I'd give it a try, and it turns out I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, and it looks like I just want one more down here at the bottom. Oops. And you can see that spotch right there where it didn't brush off, but it actually gives it some nice texture. All right, from here, I'm going to fold and put that away. I'm going to leave my scrap. Yeah, because we're going to do some stamping. All right, so I took a piece of basic white cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 2 1/2, and I have taken this decorative label. I will attach its name in the in this description and on my blog, so that we can take a look at everything and if you need to know anything. But I thought this was just a cool idea. I've taken this punch, and all I've done is I've lined up just the corner bits and taken out a corner. So I'm taking off maybe a 1/2 inch off the corner. And it gives me this nice piece that looks like it's a die cut, yet it's just a plain piece of white paper that I used a punch. Then with that piece of paper, I am going to take my stamp set. I am going to use the seaweed. I'm going to start off with the seaweed. Put it on my block. And then I'm going to use shaded spruce. And I'm going to punch, or stamp, shoot. And then I'm going to do a stamp, and I'm going to do a second to give it another layer of texture. The other thing I want is my stamp pad underneath to give it a better stamp. I'm going to set that aside and pull out my next item. And I did use this phrase, well done. And on this one, for this one, you have hoping all your birthday fishes come true, but I think I'm going to use thanks a ton. Get that on a stamp, on a block. What did I do with that? Oh. Pull this out, ink it up, go ahead and stamp. Give it a nice good stamp. Then I can put my shaded spruce away. Then I'm going to pull out Calypso Coral, and I'm going to stamp some coral. Coral reef. Or more seaweed, whichever one you want to think it is. I'm going to put some right there. And some right here. I'm going to close that up, and then I'm going to add a couple fish. So let me get the fish out. Oh, I just dropped my punch on my toe and that hurt. All right, so I'm going to use crushed curry with my fish, and I'm just going to stamp a few little fish randomly on. And one more little set of fish swimming in. All right, gonna take those, set those aside to be cleaned. Close up my crushed curry, otherwise I'm gonna get crushed curry everywhere, all over myself, and then I'll have to stop, and that'll be disastrous. All right, so that is done. I'm probably gonna need that again. All right, I am going to take a piece of Calypso Coral Designer Series paper from the Subtles, and I'm going to take the same punch again, and I'm just going to use the little rounder on it to round off my corners. I was really impressed with my skill set here on this one. So there we go. And I was really impressed with all these great creative ideas I have come up with using a punch. Turns out, when you become a demonstrator, all the stamps you've ever owned are no longer good because they're out of date. And all the dies you own are no good because they're out of date too. They're no longer current. So I have a lot of out of date dies and stamps and punches. Very few current stuff. But still, I keep a hold of them because they make beautiful, beautiful cards. All right, so I'm going to take my piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is 8.5 by 5.5 inches. Fold it in half and get it ready to layer some pieces. All right, I'm going to take my Pool Party, and all I am using is the multi-purpose glue, and my glue bottle is just a fine tip glue bottle that I fill up every time when it gets low, so that I can do those more detail oriented stamps. My Calypso Coral. Oops. We'll put it right about there. And this feels like it's getting a little stuck. Move that around. I will, shoot, hate that when they kind of get a little stuck. Glue dries in them somewhere. Right. There we go, perfect. And all right, but we're still missing the whale. So let me get a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to set this aside. Get out whale. So we can punch him. Alright, we are going to take the whale, put him on the block, and we're going to get out Blackberry Bliss and punch him in. That beautiful Blackberry Bliss. Such a beautiful, beautiful color. Give it a nice solid punch. Alright. Great image. Let me put that away. Let me pull out my whale punch. Line him up. And go voila. Alright. So, gotta push those aside. All this stuff's in my way. With my laptop right next to me, my space has just gotten way small. I am then going to put him right here, and I'm going to pop him up with some pop dots, or with some dimensionals. Give him just a little bit of dimension in here. And to finish it off, I'm going to just use a few pearls. So I'm going to take my pick tool and put a few on. Put one here. Up here. Down here. Just give it and one right about there. And it just, you know, gives a few little air bubbles popping through. So, alright, so there is that card. If you would like to purchase any of these items, I would be happy to be your demonstrator. My name is Nicole Arrington. I will have the links below, along with all the dimensions of these cards, as well as an offer during the month of February. I will, if you spend $30 or more, I will send you a card kit. You can tell me which one. I will provide that in the link below with us. You can please check me out on Facebook or on my website, bigskycards.com. You can always email me at bigskycardsnicole@gmail.com. Make comments. I will be glad to get back to you. And thank you for watching my video. Bye.